keeps control for Thompson. Pass receiving's wide open underneath in the basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out, up top to the left side, Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath, then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Semp for takeoff.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
All right, welcome everybody here to Lisbon, North Dakota. North Dakota Division A girls basketball this evening on tap inside the Lisbon High School Gymnasium. We have the Lisbon Broncos sitting at 2-5 overall, 0-4 in Region 1A, taking on the Wahpeton Huskies. Huskies 2-4 overall, 0-1 in the region. That's your matchup tonight on yourliveevent.com. We're live from broadcasting to you from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth high atop the bleachers on the visitor side. We will take a word from our sponsors, come back, and then can recap the seasons up to this point of the season for both teams and go over some of our Division A, Division B basketball, girls basketball polls, and then look at some of our region standings here across Division A. All that coming in the pregame show on yourliveevent.com.
Go Broncos. Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, local precision planting dealer. Many factors impact your ability to increase profits on the farm. Make sure your planter is an asset and not a liability. Some limiting factors in making the perfect planter pass are row maintenance, meter calibration, and downforce management. It will not cost you anything to have the conversation about identifying solutions for these limiting factors. Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Welcome back to yourliveevent.com. Division A girls basketball from Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Have the Lisbon Broncos sitting at 2-5 overall. In the Wahpeton Huskies 2-4 overall. Both teams looking for the first region win tonight on this Friday night. A cold Friday. Looking at a even more, or should say a colder Saturday morning, getting into the double digits below zero for anybody sitting down in Arizona. Just so you know, we're enjoying our harsh winter up here, not much snow, but some cold temperatures coming our way this next week. So getting into our girls basketball, your matchup tonight between the Lisbon Broncos and the Wahpeton Huskies. Broncos opened up their season on the 3rd of December, and they were at Northern Cass for that opening game. They lost that by a score of 49-69. And then on the 5th of December, Lisbon played the Richland Colts. They lost that one by a score of 34-53. On the 12th of December, Lisbon was at Central Cass. They dropped that one by a score of 62-17. Came back on the 16th of December for another contest against Northern Cass. Lost that game by a score of 63-35. And then played at Oak Grove Lutheran on the 19th of December. Dropped that one by a score of 57-34, and then bounced back for 2 wins. Broncos riding a 2-game win streak coming into our contest tonight. They picked up the first win of the season in the annual Lisbon showdown with Enderlin. Broncos retaining Lisbon, the GOAT that is, in the mother of all GOAT games. Broncos won that by a score of 55-45 over the Enderlin Eagles on the 20th of December. And then they came back over the Christmas break on Monday. They played at Ellendale, and they defeated the Ellendale Cardinals for their second win of the season. Broncos sitting at 2-5 overall as they entered tonight's contest. Still looking for that first win in the region, sitting at 0-4. The Wahpeton Huskies opened their season on the 6th of December, playing the number 1 ranked team in the state, South Prairie Max. and they dropped that by a score of 74-48. Then came back on the 7th of December, and they played Stanley, and they won that contest by a score of 53-32, picking up their first win of the season on the 7th of December. Came back, played the Kindred Vikings on the 10th, lost that one by a score of 76-62. Then played at Millbank. They lost that contest to Millbank by a score of 62-67. Played Thompson on the 14th of December, dropped that one by a score of 71-59. And then picked up another win, their second win of the season, on the 20th of December, winning that one by a score of 61-53 over 4 Winds Minnewacan in Wahpeton. Off the entire Christmas break, coming back, this is their first game. And coming up close to 3 weeks now for the Wahpeton Huskies. The Broncos having that game on Monday. So this is your matchup tonight. The 2-5 Lisbon Broncos taking on the 2-4 Wahpeton Husky Division A girls basketball. We'll step away, have another word from our sponsors. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hey, welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. We're about 5 minutes away from our starting lineups and tip-off here inside Lisbon High School Gymnasium. This is Sports Announcer Guy Brent Dick broadcasting to you live from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth from Lisbon, North Dakota. Broncos sitting at 2-5. The Wahpeton Huskies 2-4. Both teams, that's their overall records. Take a look at your Division A girls basketball poll here in our pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com. Looking at your Division A girls basketball poll, South Prairie Max, the number 1 team in the state, sitting with a record of 5-0 as of Monday. Number 2 is Devils Lake at 4-0. Number 3 is Valley City at 4-0. Number 4, the Carrington Cardinals at 7-1. And number 5 team in the state are the Central Cass Squirrels. A couple other teams receiving votes in your latest Division A girls basketball poll. We have Thompson sitting at 5-2 and Botno at 6-2. Those overall records. And just some of your nerd stats here for Region 1 with 2 teams in the top 5, along with Region 2. So Region 1 teams being Valley City and Central Cass. Region 2 teams being Devils Lake and Carrington. And then Region 3, the number 1 team in the state, South Prairie Max. So Division 1, Division 2, both with 2 teams in your top 5. And South Prairie Max out of Region 3. Missing any, no teams out of Region 4. Absent from your latest Division A girls basketball poll. Looking at Division B girls basketball poll, your number 1 team in the state is Benson County at 7-0. They were number 2 last week. Sargent County moves up from the 3 spot. Sargent County sitting at 5-0. The Broncos will face Sargent County on the girls' side on Monday. So Lisbon looking to take on the Sargent County Bulldogs, so that'll happen on Monday. And then your number 3 team in the state, Kenmare Bullbells, they moved up quite a bit. They're sitting at number 7. They're now the number 3 team in the state. So Kenmare Bullbells moving up at number 3. Number 4 is Maple River. Number 5, Tioga. Number 6 is Central McLean. Number 7 is Berthold. 8 is Garrison. 9, Bowman County. And number 10 is Lemoore Litchville Marion. So Kenmare Bullbells had defeated Central McLean over the holiday break, and that's what moved them up to the number 3 spot. Central McLean dropped all the way from number 1 down to number 6 team in the state on the Division B girls basketball poll. And then other teams receiving votes in the Division B girls basketball poll, we have Grant County Mont Region at 5-2, Hatton Northwood 6-1, Oaks at 5-1, Park River Fordville Lincoln at 7-1, and Trenton at 4-1. And that is your latest Division A, Division B girls basketball polls. And looking at some of your games tonight, out of Division A, we have the number 2 ranked team in the state, Devils Lake, taking on the number 3 ranked team in the state, Valley City, out of Division A. So number 2 versus number 3 should be a good contest. Then we have number 4, Carrington, taking on Hillsborough Central Valley. Thompson receiving votes in your latest poll is at Kindred. Grafton's at Northern Cass, and then our game tonight between Wahpeton and Lisbon here on yourliveevent.com. And on the B side, we have number 1 team in the state, Benson County, is at Langdon-Area Edmore Munich. Number 2 team in the state, Sargent County's also plays tonight. Number 4, Maple River, is at Edgeley Como-Montpelier. And number 10, Lemoore Litchville Marion, is at Medina Pingree Buchanan. And Enderlins at Napoleon Gackle Streeter for some of your games tonight. Some of those on yourliveevent.com. You will be able to catch that Carrington, Hillsborough Central Valley, and then the Sargent County game along with Maple River on yourliveevent.com. Some of your games this evening in Division A, Division 2. And looking at your latest Region 1 standings out of Division A girls basketball, Central Cass and Northern Cass, both undefeated in the region, along with Valley City. But Central Cass overall, 7-0 overall, undefeated on the season, along with Valley City at 4-0. Northern Cass 2-0 in the region, but they're 6-2 overall. Kindred High School and Oak Grove both 1-1 in the region. Kindred's 4-2 overall. Oak Grove is 2-4. Wahpeton and Lisbon still looking for their first win, both winless in the region. Wahpeton 0-1 in the region. Lisbon 0-4. And that's your contest tonight between the Broncos and the Huskies. Huskies 2-4 overall. The Broncos 2-5. Your Division 2 standings, top 3 teams in the state. You have Devils Lake, the number 2 team in the state, sitting undefeated at 6-0 overall, 2-0 in the region. Carrington High School is at 4-1 in the region, 7-1 overall. And then Thompson also receiving votes in your latest Division A girls basketball poll is 2-1 in the region and 5-2 overall to Region 2. Region 3 standings, Des-Lex Burlington sitting at 7-1 overall. South Prairie Max is 5-4 overall. And Nedros, the number 3 team, or I should say Rugby High School, the number 3 team, at 5-1 overall in that region. They have yet to open up with any region contests out of Region 3. And then out of Region 4, your standings, your top 3 teams, you have Watford City sitting at 3-4, Shiloh Christian at 2-4, in the Hazen High School at 3-5. And those are your top 3 teams out of Region 4. I should say your top 3 teams out of the 4 regions in the Division A girls basketball. And we're starting to conclude our pregame show. We're going to step away. We'll have a word from our sponsors as we set up for the national anthem, and then we'll get into our starting lineups and opening tip-off here on yourliveevent.com.
Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance Gullison Olson Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let Lance, Shelby, and the staff at Gullison Olson Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon for Farmers Union Insurance Gullison Olson Agency.
Stay
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good students from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful, innovative opportunities for students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District, from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbon.k12.nd.us.
Hey, welcome back here, liveevent.com. Get into our starting lineups here. The 2-4 Lisbon 2-5 Lisbon Broncos taking on the 2-4 Wahpeton Huskies. Both teams looking for their first Region 1 win this evening. Wahpeton Huskies on your starters, 5 starters. We have a guard 5'10" senior, number 2, Hallie Miller. Guard 5'6", 7th grader, number 3, Piper Nelson. Guard 5'6", junior, number 2, Claire Langenwalter. We have forward 6'1" sophomore, number 32, Sierra Fobb, and forward 5'10" senior, number 40, Scout Woods. For the Lisbon Broncos, home team on the scoreboard. Guard is 5'6" junior, number 4, Riot Wertman. Guard 5'5" sophomore, number 5, Bryn Wilsey. And then guard senior, number 10, Bria Sweet. Guard 5'5" sophomore, number 21, Brinley Differding. And forward 5'6" senior, number 32, Jada Coonsey. And off that tip-off, the Huskies with the ball stolen away by Wilsey with the steal. And 2 points for Wilsey to open things up. Broncos with the steal, turned over by the Huskies. And rebound looks like by Sweet with the rebound. Ball knocked out. As Broncos things open up here in our first quarter in your Bank North scoreboard. Here's the Huskies. Langenwalter gets it over to Miller. Miller looking to the inside. The Woods puts it up. No good. A little bit too hard off the backboard. Rebound by Miller. Not put up and in. So Nelson with the bucket. Tied up at 2. That pass intended for Wilsey. Knocked out. Turnover by the Broncos. Wahpeton brings it down court. There's Miller over to Woods for 3. That's off, no good. Lets it fly. That's Coonsey with the rebound. Over to Differding. And Differding will draw the foul. Or excuse me, Wilsey will draw the foul. So Wilsey goes to the line. She has 2 points. First one is a miss. 6:40 on the clock. We're in the first quarter. Second shot's away. No good. A little bit short. If you want to be competitive basketball, you have to make those free throws. It drives in right side. Layup. Good for 2 for Miller. Here's Wertman. Little right-hand layup. Good for 2. Nice pass for Wertman with the layup. Tied up at 4. There's Woods. Puts it up for 2. Let's see if the Broncos can match. Bucket for bucket to Wertman underneath the basket. Rolls around, no good. Got her own rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Like Wertman, the last one to touch it. So your score is 6-4. First quarter, 5:50 on the clock. Wahpeton with 1 foul. Sent Wilsey to the line. She missed both free throws. This is from 3. Lets it go, no good. Long off of Wilsey's leg. No. They're saying it off the Huskies, so it looked like it went off of Wilsey, but here's Coonsey to take it in. Score still 6-4 in favor of the Huskies in the first quarter. Here's Differding. Have an errant pass. Turnover by the Broncos. And Miller into Nelson. Nelson, little rainbow pass. Back to Woods, works it inside underneath the bucket, left-hand side, and good for 2. So Bob with 2. .5:13 on the clock. There's Sweet to Wertman underneath the bucket. Laser pass from Sweet to Wertman. Wilsey draws the foul on the rebound. So Wilsey draws the foul, goes to the line, has a chance to redeem herself at the line. 0 for 2. First one off, no good. Now 0 for 3 for Wilsey. 5:08 on the clock. Score 8-4 in favor of the Huskies now with 2 fouls. And that one's short. Broncos now 0 for 4 from the line this first quarter. 5:08 on the clock. Inbounds knocked out by Wilsey. Langenwalter gets the pass in to Miller, working down court to Woods underneath, back to Langenwalter. Or excuse me, that was to Fobb and draws the foul. Looks like it's on Wertman. Wertman called with a foul. So Broncos' first foul in the game of this end of this quarter. That rolls around no good for Fobb. We'll see here Fobb with 2 points in the game. Second shot up, rolls her off, no good. So cold shooting from the free throw line by both teams to open things up. That shot, no good by Hoff. Little fast break right side, puts it off the glass, rolls in, good, count the bucket. So Miller going to the line off the foul. So Wertman picks up 2 quick fouls. The Broncos have to keep Wertman out of foul trouble here in the first quarter already with 2. Has both fouls, the Broncos, in the first quarter. 4:46 on the clock. And that shot is good. That's stolen away by Miller. Right side, puts it off the glass, draws the foul again, this time by Differding. with the foul. Miller going to the line. 1 for 1. That shot good. She's shooting 2. Broncos quickly down by 8. 4:37 on the clock. Second one is also good. And looking at a timeout by the Lisbon Broncos. Up on your Bank North scoreboard, Wahpeton Huskies lead the Lisbon Broncos by a score of 13-4. 4:36 in the first quarter. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
At Stock Growers Bank in Lisbon, let them turn your dreams into reality and help watch them grow. Loan Officer Wyatt Smith will give you a tailored solution to fit your unique requests. From farming, buying a new home, or investing in your future, he has you covered. Stock Growers Bank celebrating 125 years of banking in your local communities. For more information, call Wyatt at 701-683-5000. Stock Growers Bank, where your success is their top priority. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com after a timeout. Score is 13-4 on your Bank North scoreboard. Wahpeton Huskies over the Broncos by 9. Was 6-4 at one point. Huskies going on a 7-point run to Coonsey to Hoff underneath the bucket, puts it off the glass, no good. Coonsey with the rebound, up and in for Coonsey with the rebound in the bucket. So count it for 2. The Broncos needed that, get themselves back in the game here in the first quarter. There's Miller. Working to the inside underneath with Woods. Left side off the glass and good for 2. Broncos quickly down court. To Differding. Wilsey. Nice little move. Wilsey with the head fake. Gets the ball out to Hoff. Now back over. Coonsey swings it to Differding from the free throw line. Up and good for 2 for Differding. Broncos down by 7, 3:43 in the first quarter. Woods, fob, that's for 3, and in and out. Rebound, that's fob. 2 rebounds, 2 offensive, now a third one, and fouled. So fob with 3 offensive boards in a row. Finally draws the foul on the shot. 3:31 on the clock and no shot. Shot also no good. So Broncos with 4 team fouls in the quarter. Fouls reset after the quarters. But individual fouls stay with the player throughout the game. Scores 15-8. Broncos down by 7, 3:19 on the clock. Defense by Hoff. Almost knocked away Miller. A fast break. Right side, there's the Woods. Back to Miller. Working inside, goes up, off the glass, and in for 2. So Differding brings it down, met at half court. Throws it away, turnover by the Broncos. And that's thrown away by the Huskies. Had an opportunity for a fast break of their own. Turn the ball over, down. Broncos down by 9, 2:50 on the clock. Differding bringing it down again. She's met by Nelson. Another turnover by the Broncos. Underneath the bucket for Nelson for 2. Broncos down by 11. Here's Differding. Getting some help from Hoff to Coonsey off the glass. Rolls around, no good. Rebound. That shot from 3 for Nelson, no good, off. There's Differding with the defense. Going up against Langenwalter. Miller working against Sweet. Little spin move inside the lane, turns around, off the glass, rolls around and good for 2. Score now 21-8. We're in the first quarter. Turnover by the Broncos. Miller knocks it down to Nelson. Fast break right side, little push by Differding. Nelson has 6 in the game. Knocked away. Nelson going up against Differding, out giving her all kinds of trouble with the defense. And finally fouled and timeout. Actually, it was a timeout by the Broncos. Here with 1:15 on the clock and your Bank North scoreboard. Your score is 21-8 in favor of the Wahpeton Huskies. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
In today's fast-paced world, your business needs more than just numbers. It needs an alphabet roadmap with Olson Accounting. A is for accounts payable, where every dollar counts. B stands for balance sheets, keeping your finances on track. And C represents cash flow, the lifeblood of your business. At Olson Accounting, they're more than just number crunchers. Discover the difference with their trusted expertise, personalized service by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Your score 23-8 on your Bank North scoreboard. We're still in the first quarter. Minute 15 on the clock. Broncos with the ball. Call timeout. Here's Differding being pressed. Or Nelson with the press on Differding. Coach Dewey calls the timeout. Now Kunze with the ball working against Woods. Swings it out to Hoff. Back to Wilsey. He's going to drive the lane. Finds an opening inside. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound by Woods. That's Scout Woods with the rebound. She's fouled by Hoff. Broncos now with 5. So 5 in the quarter for the Broncos. They're going to the line to shoot now with the bonus. So Woods. Puts the first one up and in. Second shot, Mayer's in for the Broncos. Didn't see who she subbed in for. Second one is also good. So now 25-8 is your score in the first quarter. To Mayer's underneath. That's knocked away by Woods. Broncos over to Kunze, to Mayers for 3. Rolls around, no good. Sweet on the floor. Trying to tie it up, and it's like Bronco ball. Now 34 seconds on the clock. Shot clock is turned off. Game clock at 34 seconds. Here's Mayers trying to find somebody open. Not thrown away. Turnover by the Broncos. Broncos D it up. Differding. Gets it to Wilsey. Wilsey working the top of the key. Here's Differding. Ball knocked away. Looks like Mayer's on the floor along with Differding. And Husky ball with 7 seconds remaining. It's like Duran Cabello. We're in the number 12. Or Kubala. So Kunze whistled with the foul as time expires in the first quarter. Trying to Bank North scoreboard. It is 25-8. Woods at the line. She'll shoot 2 as Broncos now with 16 fouls in the quarter. Woods puts it up. And good. She's 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Half a second on the clock. That third one, I should say that second one rolls around. She's now 3 for 4 from the free throw line. That ends your first quarter in Bank North scoreboard. 26-8. Is the score as we head into the second quarter on YourLiveEvent.com.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire.
All right, welcome back. YourLiveEvent.com. We'll head into our second quarter. So at the start of the second quarter, it's 26-8 your score. That ball stolen away by the Huskies. Gracie Falk with the steal. That from 3 and good for Falk. And 7:13 on the clock. Scores 29-8. Broncos now down by 21 in the game. We're in the first half of play, second quarter, 7:11 on the clock. So a turnover by the Broncos. Here's Differding. Sweet back in the game. Differding takes a seat. There's Falk. Cross-court pass over to Langenwalter. Works inside to Woods. Little turnaround inside the lane. Off, no good. Sweet. Great to Woods. To Claire Woods for 2. So Claire Woods with the basket. Score now 31-8. To Nelson. Right side. Layup good for 2. Score now 33-8. Here's Sweet to Wilsey. Double team just across the half court line on the far side. Called for travel. 6:21 on the clock in the second quarter. So it's like Woods and Langenwalter on the bench. Fobb back in the game. That's pass to Fobb. To Falk, back around to Nelson, working around the top. Inside to Fobb, kicking it back out. 20 seconds on the shot clock, over to Falk. And that's stolen away by Wilsey with the steal. Not stolen, just knocked out by Wilsey. 5:56 on the clock in the second quarter. 33-8 is your score. Inbound from Falk to Nelson. And underneath the bucket, shooting two. Looks like Woods going to the line again for Wahpeton. And Woods makes both shots from the free throw line. Now 35-8 for Scout Woods. She has 9 in the game, have her down for 9. 5 of 6 from the free throw line for Woods, and a foul going against Nelson. Each team with one foul in this quarter. 5:30 on the clock in the second. Nelson with the defense on the inbound pass by Hoff, goes to Wilsey. Wilsey's working, goes inside, turned back by Woods and Falk. Wertman steps back for three. Off, rolls around, no good. Rebound by Woods. That's Claire Woods, or Scout Woods with the rebound. Have her for 2 in the game. Goes coast to coast, puts it off, no good. Rolls around. Fob with, it's like an offensive board, but tied up by Hoff. So Fob with the rebound. Tied up by Wilsey for 3. That's good for Nelson. Rolls off, no good on the shot. That's hustling over there as Wertman dives. But still Husky ball, 4:45 on the clock. The Broncos down 38-8. We're in the second quarter, 4:44 on the clock. As the Huskies bring the ball down court. Here in the Bank North scoreboard, 38-8 is your score. At Bank North, they take community to heart, helping the customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities we serve. They're more than just a bank. At Bank North, it's a community partner that can always count on. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. That is your scoreboard sponsor for the evening, one of our feature sponsors here with Bank North. Scoreboard sponsor throughout your winter sports season, girls basketball, boys basketball, and wrestling. Just like to thank Bank North for being one of our feature sponsors tonight and all season long on yourliveevent.com. As a timeout called by the Huskies. Your score is 38-8 in favor of Wahpeton. We were 29-8 at the end of the first quarter. As Woods went to the line, sunk a couple free throws. That put the Wahpeton Huskies up by a score 29-8 after the first quarter. Now into the second with 4:42 on the clock. Broncos are down by 30 to Wahpeton. In that first quarter, just tried to recap, see if we got some scoring in that first quarter. Miller with 11 points in the first quarter for Wahpeton. Nelson had 6. She since has 5 more, so she also has 11 in the game for Nelson. That's Piper Nelson. See here, Fob with 2 in the game for Wahpeton. Scout Woods had 7 in the first, now 9 in the game. Claire Woods with 2 in the game. And Gracie Falk with 3 with a 3-point bucket for her 3 points in the game. That's your Wahpeton Husky scoring. And then for the Broncos, 4 players with a basket each, and Wertman, Wilsey, Differding, and Coonsey all in the first quarter. 4:06 on the clock. And a turnover by the Broncos. Here's inbound. Going to Nelson. Miller swings it around to Claire Woods. Nelson pulls it down, thought about a 3-pointer. To Fob. Back to Woods. Out here to Miller with 11 points in the game. All coming in the first quarter. That's for three from the near corner off. No good rebound. That's Nelson with the rebound. Trying to see who that is. That was Langenwalter with the three-point shot. Nelson drives in, kicks it out to Fobb for three. Tried to hit it off the backboard. No good. Rebound by Differding. She's tied up to Wertman. Pivots back around, spins around, turns, puts up the two. No good. Rebound by Nelson. Offensive and defensive on the boards for Nelson. Working back around the top to Miller. Nelson for three, lets it fly off, no good. Wilsey gets a hand on it, but going up against Woods. So Claire Woods goes to the floor. Going up against Mayers. And she's tied up. And the bonus going to the Broncos. So Broncos ball underneath underneath the Husky basket. Differding will bring it down court. 2:48 on the clock. Here's Wilsey, has Sweet wide open, just missed her. Stolen away now by Langenwalter with the steal. Broncos, Wertman returns the favor, goes right side off the glass. Good for two for Wertman. So Wertman with the steal in the bucket, score now 38-10. And we do have a timeout called by the Lisbon Broncos with 2:30 on the clock in the second quarter. Your Bank North scoreboard now 38-10 in favor of the Wahpeton Huskies. You're watching yourliveevent.com.
Since 1972, guaranteeing customers satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Hey, welcome back to yourliveevent.com. Wahpeton Huskies over the Broncos in the second quarter play, now by a score of 38-10. The Broncos with the steal in the bucket by Wertman. Coach Toohey calls the timeout. And we're back live. That Bank North scoreboard, 38-10. Huskies work it back around the top. Here's Woods. So Scout Woods dishes it back out to Miller with 11 points in the first quarter. Out to Nelson, the 7th grader. Directing traffic. Scout Woods. That's from the corner for three, and this time good for Langenwalter for 3 points. Now all the starters for the Huskies in the scoring column. 41-10 is the score. That bucket put up and in. Not sure who that was. I'm giving it to Differding on the layup. The announcer slacking off down here now, not calling out the buckets. Helping me out. So minute 36 on the clock. In the corner, that's Miller. Miller's going to drive inside, kicks it out to Woods. So Scout Woods to Claire Woods, back to Langenwalter. Minute 26 on the clock. Here's Wertman in, Mara Kempel in the game. So Wertman takes a seat, Kempel in the game for the Broncos. 41-12 your score. Closing in on halftime. Broncos were down 29-8 after the first quarter. Minute 15 on the clock. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Nelson. So Scout Woods comes out, takes the ball, going up against Differding. That's for three. That a little bit long, no good. Rebound by Mayers. So Mayers with the rebound for the Broncos. Differding dishes it out to Sweet for three, no good. Shooting from downtown. And defended by Claire Woods. Here's Mayers to inbound for the Broncos. 46 seconds on the clock. That's for three from Wilsey. Rolls in, good for three for Wilsey. So 41-15. That's wide open. Miller. Wilsey quick with the defense. Rebound by Sweet. Here's Kemple underneath the bucket. Rebound by Differding, good for 2. The Broncos picking up a couple quick buckets. Now 41-17 with 11 seconds on the game clock. Here's Nelson. Going to try to set up the last bucket. Kicks it out to Woods. Down to 4. 3, 2, 1. Kicks it out. Nelson for 3 and good. So Piper Nelson with the 3-point bucket going into halftime. As time expires on the clock here, Bank North scoreboard is 44-17 in favor of the Huskies. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
You're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance Gullus & Olson Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let Lance, Shelby, and the staff at Gullus & Olson Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon for Farmers Union Insurance Gullus & Olson Agency.
Hey, welcome back. YourLiveEvent.com here with our Olson Accounting halftime show. Olson Accounting sponsoring our halftime show all season long, boys and girls basketball. If you need help with your monthly accounting or payroll, let Cindy and her staff give you a hand. We're on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting for all your tax and accounting needs. Go to colsoncpa.com. This is your Olson Accounting halftime show. Broncos and the Huskies. Huskies led 29-8 after the first quarter, now up by a score of 44-17 going into our halftime. We'll try to go through and recap your scoring stats for each team. Let's start off with the Lisbon Broncos here with your Olson Accounting halftime show. For the Broncos, Wortman with 4 points. She had 2 in each quarter, so first and second quarter, so a total of 4 points for Wortman. Wilsey with 5 points in the game, had a 3-point bucket for the Broncos in the second quarter, also a rebound. And should have mentioned Wortman with 2 steals in the game, one of those resulting in that little fast break layup here at the end of the second quarter. Sweet for the Broncos with 2 rebounds. Differding have her down for 6 points and 2 rebounds in the game for Lisbon. Coonsey with 2 rebounds and 2 points in the game for the Broncos. And then coming off the bench, the Broncos had Hoff, Mears, and Kemple coming off the bench. Mears with a rebound in the game. And looking at the Wahpeton Huskies, Miller. So Hallie Miller in the first quarter had 11 points for Wahpeton. She's since been scoreless. Kind of just cooling off and had some opportunities to shoot, but she passed the ball to her teammates. But she had 11 points in that first quarter, 11 in the game. Piper Nelson with 14 in the game. She had 6 in the first quarter, and she got hot. She put in a couple 3-point baskets for Wahpeton, that last one to close out the half as time expired. She has 14 in the game. And then Langenwalter with 3 points in the game, that 3-point bucket. She's put up a couple of those from this near corner, and she's 1 for 3 for 3 points in the game for Langenwalter. Fobb with 2 points in the game in 4 rebounds. That's for Fobb. For Scout Woods, she has 9 points in the game, had 7 in the first quarter, 9 in the game. She also has 3 rebounds in the game. And then Claire Woods with 2 points in the game and 2 rebounds. In off the bench is Gracie Falk with the 3-point bucket. And also Camry Mock in the game off the bench for the Wahpeton Huskies. Imagine we'll see more players in the game as we progress here into the second half. Right now, Wahpeton up 44-17 on the Lisbon Broncos here with your Olsen Accounting halftime show. We'll step away, come back, get a little bit more into our game tonight, then go over some of the most recent North Dakota Division A and Division B girls basketball rankings in the state of North Dakota.
Your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Welcome back to yourliveevent.com here at the Olsen Accounting halftime show. Your 2-5 Lisbon Broncos taking on the 2-4 Wahpeton Husky. Both teams in the hunt tonight for their first region win. Wahpeton looks like they're well on their way at halftime, now up on the Broncos by a score of 44-17. Your leading scorer in the game is Piper Nelson with 14 points for the Wahpeton Husky as she leads all scorers. Hallie Miller also in double-digit scoring for the Wahpeton Husky with 11 points. Not far behind is Scout Woods for Wahpeton with 9 points in the game. And for the Lisbon Broncos, they're paced by Brinley Differding with 6 points in the game, and also Bryn Wilsey with 5 in the game for Lisbon. So those are your leading scorers, top 2 leading scorers for each team in the night's contest between the Wahpeton Huskies and Lisbon Broncos Division A girls basketball. And we're about 3 minutes away from the start of your third quarter. Continuing on at our Olsen Accounting halftime show. Look at your latest Division A girls basketball poll. South Prairie Max, the number 1 team in the state, sitting at 5-0. Devils Lakes number 2, Valley City number 3, Carrington number 4, and Central Cass is at number 5. You do have a top 5 matchup in Division A girls basketball tonight between Devils Lake and Valley City. Both teams sitting with that 4-0 overall record and undefeated. So you have a Region 2 and a Region 1 contest, top 5 matchup in the state with Devils Lake and Valley City this evening. In your North Dakota Division B girls basketball poll, number 1 team in the state is Benson County at 7-0. Sargent County moves up to number 2 in the state. Number 3, Kenmare Bullbills, all the way up for number 7 as they defeated Central McLean. Central McLean dropping down to number 6. They were the number 1 team coming into this week, now down at number 6. Number 4 is Maple River, 5 Tioga, 6 is Central McLean, 7 is Berthold, 8 is Garrison, 9 Bowman County, and 10 is Lemoore Litchfield Marion. Those are your top 10 Division B girls basketball teams in the state of North Dakota. That was released late afternoon on Monday. And just look at those games this evening in Division A. We had Devils Lake and Valley City in that top 5 matchup. We also have number 4 Carrington at Hillsborough Central Valley, and Thompson is at Kindred. Grafton's at Northern Cass, and then your game tonight on yourliveevent.com between Wahpeton and Lisbon. And you can also catch that Grafton at Northern Cass game on yourliveevent.com, along with Thompson, Kindred, and Carrington at Hillsborough Central Valley. All 4 of those games covered by yourliveevent.com. in Division A girls basketball. In the Division B side, as we're under a minute now away from the start of our third quarter, we have number 1 Benson County is at Langdon area Munich. Number 2 Sargent County is active tonight, along with number 4 Maple River at Edgeley Como Montpelier. Number 10 Lemoore Litchfield Marion is at Medina Pingree Buchanan. So those are some of your Division B top 10 teams in action this evening around the state of North Dakota. We are about 30 seconds away. We're going to step away, take a word from our sponsors, come back for that third quarter of action on yourliveevent.com.
That all students will learn, experience success, and be good students from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful, innovative opportunities for students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District. From the Plain.
All right, welcome back. We're live from Lisbon High School Gymnasium, Division A girls basketball. Wahpeton Huskies up on the Broncos by a score of 44-17. Broncos on their home court. Each team winless in the region. As we are just at the start of this third quarter. Now 44-17 in favor of Wahpeton. There's Woods dishing it inside to Fobb. Knocked away by Coonsey with the defense. Rebound. There's Fobb with the offensive board. But Coonsey comes away with it for the Broncos. So our start of third quarter, Differling goes right side, a little hard off the glass. Rebound by Wilsey for 2. So Wilsey starts things out. That's for 3 for Miller. Off no good, a little bit long. She had 11 in the first half. Here's Differding with the rebound. So Differding brings it down, passes it to Coonsey. Coonsey had Differding open momentarily in the lane. Now down to 6:46 in the third quarter. Wilsey drives in, off her foot, knocked away. That was Langenwalter with this. Give her the steal. And driving in, going to the floor, looks like a Wertman. If I got Coonsey with 4 fouls in the game. Not sure if that's right. Here's Coonsey with the ball to Wertman. It's a Wilsey, and Wilsey draws the foul underneath the basket. So Langenwalter whistled with the fouls. Her second one in the game for Langenwalter. Wilsey goes to the line for 2. Rolls around, off, no good for Wilsey. Wilsey now 0 for 5 from the free throw line. 6:15 on the clock. Second shot from the free throw line. Rolls around this time, good for Wilsey. She has 8 in the game. Broncos now down by 24. 6:04 on the clock, and a push or a shove by Wertman. So Wertman now with 4 in the game. So Hoff in for Wertman. There's Coonsey, that's with the defense. Woods puts it up. Coonsey with the defense for the Broncos. Rebound by Hoff. Here's Differding, has it knocked away, but Sweet there to scoop it up and tie it up. Bronco ball. She's tied up by Sierra Fobb. Hoff will inbound your score 44-20 in the third quarter with 5:46 on the clock. Here's Hoff trying to get it into Wilsey. Wilsey switches hands on the dribble and tied up in the lane. And Husky ball as Wilsey's tied up. Turns the ball over. There's Miller and Nelson. Nelson with the ball. Off with the defense for the Broncos to Wood. Wood goes back around the top of the key, heads to the right side. To Miller, little fake. drives the lane inside and fouled. And a note called with a jump ball. So it's Wilsey or Differding tying up Miller. She drove in on the right side. Down to 5:21 on the clock. In the third quarter for three. That's Nelson off, no good. Miller with the rebound. It's back over to Falk. Falk with a three-pointer in that first half. Here's Woods. To Fobb. Back to Falk. Miller's going to drive. Turned back by the Broncos here and playing their zone defense. Now back to Woods. Going to pull it down. Little screen set up. That's for three. Just inside the three-point line for Woods. But Woods with the basket. She has 11 in the game. (46-20) is your score. That's sweet for three. Rolls around, no good. Hoff with the rebound. That's knocked away by Nelson in the foul. So Hoff had the rebound. Nelson knocks it away. Hoff whistled with the foul. She has 2 in the game coming off the bench. Oh, caller for 3 now for Hoff. So Hoff with 3 fouls in the game. Broncos with 2 in this quarter. 4:18 on the clock. Here's Woods. So Scout Woods out to Falk. Back over to Nelson, the 7th grader. Into Fobb, working it inside to Miller. The senior turns around, kicks it back out for 3, and good. Piper Nelson with the big splash from the top of the three-point line. 3:55 on the clock. And that ball hit out of bounds. Broncos retain possession with 3:50 on the clock. Here's Coonsey. To Sweet. Kicks it back around to Hoff. Hoff over to Wilsey. To Coonsey. That's blocked by Fobb and out. Last touch by Coonsey. So blocked by Fobb. So Mares in the game. New player in the game for so Jalea Lopez-Lee in the game. We're in the 35 for Wahpeton. Works it inside to Lopez-Lee. Kicks it back out to Falk. Wilsey went for it. Woods puts it up. A lot of traffic there. No whistle. Mears with the rebound for the Broncos. Down to 3:12 on the clock. Here score 49-20. Differding goes inside. Kicks it out. Right into the hands of Nelson with the steal. And rebound by Wilsey. Tied up by Woods. Differding brings it down court. 2:58 on the clock. Here's the Mares. Lopez-Lee knocks it out for the Huskies. Mares to inbound. Down to 2:48 on the clock here in the Bank North scoreboard. It's 49-20. As we are broadcasting to you from our Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. That's put up for 3. Off, no good by Wilsey. Woods kicks it out. Back to Nelson, now to Falk. There's Claire Woods on the far corner. Back to Nelson, going up against Differding. To Falk. Lopez-Lee works it inside to Fobb. Fobb just not enough on it as she went up. Rebound by Differding. And looks like if we had a foul, so we do have a foul going against Nelson. So Nelson with 2 fouls in the game. There's Wilsey going left side. Knocked out by Lopez Lee of the Huskies. Down to 2:10 as we're going the other way. Nelson brings it down. Ooh, Differding. Almost had a hand on it. Nelson working inside to Fobb. Back to Woods. Woods going to drive inside baseline. Puts it up off the glass and good for 2 for Claire Woods. So Claire Woods with 4 in the game. Couple of rebounds. And double team and travel by Differding on the turnover. So Falk to inbound to Nelson. Nelson with the minute 35 in the third quarter. Huskies up 51-20 over the Broncos, up by 31. Biggest lead of the game for the Huskies. Back to Falk, over to Nelson. Works top of the key. To Woods inside to Fobb. Goes up off the glass, no good. Knocked out by Wilsey. Say last touch. We'll say by Fobb. Thought Wilsey had a hand on it. Here's Differding. Nelson with the defense and a travel by Differding. She drug her back foot. Just a little hop. Down to minute 3 in the third quarter. So 51-20. Minute 3 on the clock in the third quarter. Falk brings it into Nelson. Cross half court. Back to Falk. Has Woods on the near side. Pulls it down to Fobb. Going up against Wilsey. Wilsey with the foul and shooting 2. So Fobb, she took a elbow or a hand to the face. She goes to the line for 2. So Wilsey with her first foul in the game. Fobb puts her up and in. Been working hard into the basket. Hasn't had much luck, but now draws the foul. She has 3 in the game, 4 rebounds and a block shot. Trying to go 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Excuse me. Missed the second one. Get the rebound and another attempt for the Huskies to convert. That's for 3 from Nelson. Off no good. Rolls around. Rebound by Kemple. Quickly down court to Laley Dick. Laley with the layup. No good. Here's Woods. Left alone inside. Goes up and good for 2 for Woods. So here's Sweet. Bring the ball down court. 24 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The ball knocked away by Nelson off the foot of Sweet. Down to 21 seconds. 54-20 is the score. In favor of the Huskies. Broncos trying to find a bucket to close things out in the third quarter. Wilsey goes right side. Up and good for 2 for Wilsey as she's drove on the right side. Found a little daylight. Turns the corner for 2. Sounds like she just hit a goal behind takedown, but scores 2 at the end of the quarter. No bucket. As time expires, your score 54-22. Heidi Bank North scoreboard in favor of the Wahpeton Huskies. They're up 54-22 at the end of 3 on yourliveevent.com.
For more information, go online to lisbon.k12.nd.us.
to reality and help watch them grow. Loan Officer Wyatt Smith will give you a tailored solution to fit your unique requests. From farming, buying a new home, or investing in your future, he has you covered. Stock Growers Bank celebrating 125 years of banking in your local communities. For more information, call Wyatt at 701-683-5000. Stock Growers Bank, where your success is their top priority. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back here, liveevent.com, here for our fourth quarter play. The Broncos down 54-22 for the Broncos. Wilsey with all 5 points in the quarter for the Broncos. Your score at halftime was 44-17, now 54-22. Wilsey putting in 5 for the Broncos in the quarter. Pass dished out. Here's Woods going against Differding. Looks like Broncos back in with their starters. They're all 5 starters back in the game for the Broncos as we start the fourth. That's Woods for 3, off no good. Rebound is Differding. Yeah, looks like a jump ball with the Broncos with the advantage. Yeah, there's Cambry Mock over there. Or Moak over there for Wahpeton. Differding, like she lost it momentarily. Back to Coonsey and a foul. Going against, so that's going against Cambry Malk off the bench. First team foul of the quarter for the Huskies. 6:51 on the clock. We're in the fourth quarter. 54-22. Clock continues to run. Here's Wilsey for the Broncos. Wilsey going to go right side. Oh, Mock hits the floor. Got tied up with Woods. Differding trying to force it inside to Sweet. Woods in there with the steal. So Claire Woods with the steal. And 6:18 on the game clock. 54-22. Here's Woods. Scout Woods into Claire. Claire turns around, gets her own rebound. Coonsey with the board for the Broncos. So Claire Woods with 4 points in the game, couple rebounds. That's taken away by the Huskies and a foul. Looks like on Differding. So 3 on Differding. 5:38 on the clock as it continues to run. 54-22 is your game score. That's for 3. Up and good for 3 for Malk. Off the bench. That's working inside. Rebound by Woods. Tied up on the backside by Coonsey. So Woods took a shot to the face. So give Woods the rebound. That was Claire Woods with the rebound. She's tied up by like Coonsey for the Broncos. Down to 4:52 on the clock. Here's Malk with the ball. Works it down back to Miller. That's clear to Scout Woods. Woods puts it up, turns around, no good. Rebound by Miller. So Miller now with 13 in the game. She's been quiet since the first quarter. Her first points of the half. That's to Sweet for 3. Off no good. Woods with the rebound. So Scout Woods with the rebound. And an offensive foul by Woods. As she had the rebound, bringing the ball down court. Whistled with the foul now. 22-59 is the score. Here's Wertman for the Broncos back in the game. She has 4 fouls. That's stolen away by Malk. Malk waits for the team to catch up. Back to Miller. To Malk. Kicks it back around to Woods. Back to Lopez Lee. to Woods. Brings it down, steps back, now to Miller. Miller works the top of the key, drives in, back to Woods for three. That's off, no good. Rebound by Lee. To Malk, 5 seconds on the shot clock. She puts it up. That's Malk for three, no good. Rebound by Laylee Dick. To Hoff. Here's Kemple, or excuse me, that's Wertman going against Lee. Wertman trying to work it inside to Hoff. Overshoots it just a little bit. Turnover by the Broncos. And now 2:50 on the clock in the fourth quarter. 59-22 is the score on your Bank North scoreboard. Score after the first quarter is 29-8. Going into halftime, 44-17 in favor of the Huskies. And at the end of the third quarter, 54-22. We're now 59-22. 3/4 of the way through our fourth quarter of play. That's Malk at top of the key. Works it back around. A number of reserves in for the Huskies. That shot off, no good. Rebound by Wertman. So Wertman with the rebound. Wertman getting into foul trouble. And Laylee Dick tied up. And a foul by the Huskies. So minute 56 on the clock. More players going in for the Broncos now with a minute 50. As they're doing the line change for the Broncos. There's Mayers. Look like a dare trying to get the ball into Mayers now with a minute 30 on the clock. Broncos turn it over again. They're down 59-22 on the Bank North scoreboard. Malk brings the ball down. Working it inside, going right side, layup off the glass and two. Good for two. And now under a minute remaining. Now they score 61-22 on the Bank North scoreboard. Works it inside. Here are the Broncos. There's a dare into the lane, tied up. Broncos ball. So dare to inbounds. Has Kemple Mears. And that's hit out of bounds. Broncos retain possession. Down to 26 seconds remaining in the game. 61-22 is your score on your Bank North scoreboard. Now down to 20 seconds. That ball hit away, still in bounds and saves it. No, knocked out. Down to 10 seconds remaining. There's a Darrell inbounds it down to 5 to Kemple. Kemple has a chance to put it up last second to Mayers, and that'll do it. 61-22 is your final in favor of the Wahpeton Huskies. In the first game of our doubleheader tonight, we have boys coming up in about 30 minutes after the, after the conclusion of our postgame show on yourliveevent.com. So we'll step away, rack up our stats, recap the game, and then come back or reset for that boys basketball game. That's on a separate stream, but we'll come back for our Emerge Energy players of the game and our Agassi Ag precision play of the game. Here, that's coming up ahead on yourliveevent.com.
In today's fast-paced world, your business needs more than just numbers. It needs an alphabet roadmap with Olson Accounting. A is for accounts payable, where every dollar counts. B stands for balance sheets, keeping your finances on track. And C represents cash flow, the lifeblood of your business. At Olson Accounting, they're more than just number crunchers. Discover the difference with their trusted expertise, personalized service by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wahpeton Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. At the conclusion of our Division A girls basketball game, your Wahpeton Huskies over the Lisbon Broncos by a score of 61-22. We are still moments away from our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and our Agassiz Precision Play of the Game on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll step away and take another word from our sponsors.
To maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Many factors impact your ability to increase profits on the farm. Make sure your planter is an asset and not a liability. Some limiting factors in making the perfect planter pass are row maintenance, meter calibration, and downforce management. It will not cost you anything to have the conversation about identifying solutions for these limiting factors. Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic.
Hey, welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com for our post-game recap of the Division A girls basketball contest between the Lisbon Broncos and the Wahpeton Huskies. Your final score this evening was 61-22 in favor of Wahpeton, as they led from the first quarter all the way through to the end. They led after one by a score of 29-8 after the second quarter, going into half 44-17. At the end of the third quarter, it was 54-22, and your final score this evening 61-22 in favor of the Wahpeton Huskies on your Bank North scoreboard. Look at the Lisbon Broncos in scoring. You had Wright Workman with 4 points and a rebound. Bryn Wilsey in double digits for the Broncos, had 5 in the first half, 5 in the second half, for 10 points of the game. Sweet with 2 rebounds of the game. Differding for the Broncos with 6 points in the first half, had 6 in the game. Coonsey with 2 points in the game for the Broncos. And that looks like that is all the scoring for the Lisbon Broncos. That is all the scoring for the Lisbon Broncos. Wortman just going off your rebounds. Wortman with the rebound. Wilsey with 3 boards for the Broncos. Sweet with 2 rebounds for the Broncos. Differding with 5 rebounds in the game. Coonsey with 3. Hoff, Mears, Kemple, and Laley Dick with a rebound in the game, or each with a rebound in the game for the Broncos. Wilsey going 1 for 6 from the free throw line, and that she was the only one that shot free throws for the Broncos in the game. She went 1 for 6 from the free throw line. And then for the Wahpeton Huskies, they had Hallie Miller with 13 in the game and 3 rebounds. Piper Nelson with 17 in the game. She had 14 in the first half of play and then picked up another 3-pointer. So I have her down for 17 in the game and a couple rebounds. Langenwalter with 3 points in the game. That was Claire Langenwalter. Sierra Fobb with 3 points in the game. 5 rebounds and a block shot. Scout Woods with 15 points in the game and 3 rebounds. And Claire Woods with 4 points in the game, a couple rebounds for Claire Woods. And Gracie Falk off the bench with 3, along with Cambry Malk with 3 points. Coming off the bench for the Wahpeton Huskies, and then Lopez Lee with a couple rebounds off the bench for Wahpeton. Miller going 3 of 3 for the free throw line for Wahpeton. Sierra Fobb going 1 of 6, and Scott Woods 5 of 6 for 9 of 15 for the free throw line for the Wahpeton Huskies in the game this evening. And that is your final score, 61-22. Your Enbridge Energy player of the game. So Life takes energy from Enbridge, energy for life, enbridge.com for your career opportunities. Enbridge Energy player of the game is going to Piper Nelson. Piper Nelson really summed it up as how the game was going for not only her, but for the Wahpeton Huskies at the end of that first half of play with that 3-point bucket as time expired. She had 14 points in the first half. She settled for 17 overall, but she is your Enbridge Energy player of the game and the Agassiz Precision Move of the Match from Agassiz Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Agassiz Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Your Agassiz Ag Precision Move of the game. According to Wyatt Workman of the Lisbon Broncos, she in the Broncos with a little momentum at the end of that first half of play, I should say at the end of the second quarter, stringing together 6 points before that 3-point bucket by Nelson. But the Broncos with Workman had a nice steal for a fast break layup at the end of the second quarter, and she'll receive your Agassiz Ag Precision play of the game. And those are your feature sponsors for this evening: Agassiz Ag, Enbridge Energy, Olson Accounting halftime show, your Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth, and your Bank North scoreboard here on yourliveevent.com. As we will now reset for that boys basketball game. You can find that on a separate stream for Division B or Division A boys basketball between the Lisbon Broncos and the Wahpeton Huskies. You'll find that also on yourliveevent.com.